Alright, so I'm gonna do a real quick video here for y'all. I'll show you a couple of items that have actually self-seeded from last year. I thought it'd be pretty cool to show y'all. So if you've gardened several years and you plant things and seed, plants go to seed and they'll fall and they will regerminate if possible. So let me show you a couple of items that we have found after cleaning out this garden that have reseeded, and also in our front flower bed from last year there's a plant that has also reseeded and producing fruit currently. So let's check it out real quick. Alright, so really this is the wrong time of the day to be out here. I'm literally the heat of the day about right now. But this is our garden. We got peppers growing. But if we look down here, I cleared all this area out, and what we have, and I left it, I'll let it grow, it is the Malabar spinach. This is a Malabar spinach that grows great in the summertime, obviously. This is 105 degrees probably today, and so yeah, this is a self-seeded Malabar spinach, and it looks pretty darn good actually. So I'm gonna let it grow and we'll start harvesting some of that eventually and let it get a little bigger. So a reseeded Malabar spinach found in our garden after clearing out all of the brush. Alright, we come around our front yard flower bed here. Inside of all of this lantana, this is actually a plant. This looks like a tomato flowers. It is a lychee tomato. I've got a couple of these planted here. Come over here to this one. This is a lychee tomato that has self-seeded, reseeded from last year. Check it out. So this lychee tomato plants, the flavor is kind of between a cherry and a tomato. It has quite a few little seeds inside of it that in your mouth will feel like maybe eating a blackberry, but they're very tiny. And if you look closely here, they have a lot of thorns on this plant. I mean, look at this this plant here. You can just see all the thorns that are on this thing. So it's very, very sharp, to say the least. But this is our self-seeded lychee tomato plant. Alright, so as you can see, your plants will reseed, especially if you let the fruits fall to the ground and you don't really mess with the soil. They may reseed for next year, but they will only produce true plants, parent plants, if they are a heirloom variety seed or a open pollinated seed. The hybrid plants will most likely not produce very well, or will not produce the same plant as you had the previous year. But there's just a quick look at what we had. I found growing on its own in our different garden areas. So that was a nice surprise. So let me show you what I'm going to be planting out here pretty soon in our garden, getting ready for the fall. If you're wondering, I get a lot of questions what to plant right now in the fall, what to plant. It depends on where you are located, especially we're in zone 8A, I believe, and it changes for each location, geographic area that you may be in. But I'll put a link down below. If you are in Texas, there's some great websites that will give dates, ranges on when to direct seed or sow indoors, that kind of thing. So I highly recommend you Google that kind of item. I'll put some links down below where I get some of my information from. But check it out down below to see when exactly you should plant in your area. Check your local extension agent. Highly recommend that. That's where this information will be coming from that I put down below. They will have the most accurate information on when to plant what in your area. So check that out. So let's look at real quick what I'll be planting out here in the garden coming up here. Here's some of the seed packets I picked up the other day at Home Depot actually, but you can find seeds in any location. near you, most likely. Most seeds you find by you, if you flip over the packet, you can see it'll tell you exactly when to plant what. These peas right here, we're in the orange area there on the bottom in Texas, and it says September through October, as you can see. So that's when we'll plant these peas. We got some beets as well here. Flip it over, you can see it says August through October, so we can plant these right now. And if you look at these seed packets, they'll show you exactly how to plant this, how far deep, how far apart, and even how long it's going to take until you expected first harvest. So these are some of the seeds we got here. I'm going to grow these, a lot of this here for the fall. We're going to eat this for ourselves and make some baby food out of this is the plan. So we got some beets. I grabbed some ruby red Swiss chard. I read that the red Swiss chard has a little more sweeter flavor than some of the other colors, so that'd be great for making baby food as well. And then of course some peas. We got a few peas here and spinach. The spinach, let's see, we can plant this right now as well. August through November we can start planting the spinach. I'll direct seed this in the ground outside, so we'll be planting that right away. And carrots, of course. I bought these short and sweet ones mainly because we have very hard clay soil, so the shorter carrot varieties will grow much better in our soil. So that is why I picked these. There's a lot of different seeds online you can order, but I just went with what I could find in the store. August is when I could plant these carrots, which is right now, so we'll get these carrots in the ground. And then we got some winter squash. I wasn't sure if I could plant, but I did check the back, and July through August, so we're on the towards the end part of planting, but says 75 days for this variety. So we'll get these winter squash. This is a butternut squash I'm gonna grow. We really like the butternut squash, and it's also great for baby food, so we should have plenty of time before our first freeze to harvest this. So, and then I got some corn salad here as well, which we can plant right now, August through November. So all this stuff here, just about, I can plant right now. So check out your seed packets and you can see exactly when you need to plant what. There's quite a bit you can still plant as far as spring, summer crops, but I'm going more towards the fall type varieties, getting ready for that, and we'll be planting, of course, much more once September and October rolls around. Let me show you a real quick look at our okra. As you can see, I've let it get way out of hand here. This is way too big of okra to be eating. That's what happens when you work 60-hour weeks. The okra gets out of hand. You literally have to get out here every day and pick this okra. But this is about the size you want to pick them, or even a little bit smaller. This one's just ready. Here's another smaller one here ready to go, but these down here on the bottom are really just too tough to eat. I have read that some people will juice them, the more tough stalks, or you can let them go and dry out and save them for a seed. But yeah, you want to eat them and cook them when they're nice, young, and tender. I'll just cut these overgrown okra, just cut them off, cut them back, throw them out, and this plant will just keep on producing more and more okra, so it's no big deal. We'll just cut those back. So there's just a quick look at the okra. Alright, so that's all I got for y'all today. So think about getting your fall garden going. This is the best time to grow in North Texas, is in the fall. I'm not out here much in the summertime. It's just way too hot, and I don't have a lot of time as well right now. So we're planning more for future growing and harvest than harvesting right now. But we're letting what we have grow, and we've cleaned up quite a bit, and we're planning for the fall. When it gets nice and cool, it's much easier to grow. So make it a great day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.